Hello. Chinese drama Gen Z EP5. Sun Taotu was surprised to hear that the rescued girl had an ectopic pregnancy. She never expected such a young girl to have this condition. Seeing Ren Tianzhen's heavy-heartedness, she couldn't help but ask Peng Shiyan how many fallopian tubes women have. Upon hearing that there is only one, she got it was not a big deal. Sun Taotu encouraged Ren Tianzhen not to lose heart, stating that they saved the girl, and they shouldn't retreat just because of a small accident. Then Sun Taotu asked Ren Tianzhen what he wanted to eat tomorrow and promised to make it happen. In the morning, Yang Xiaohong couldn't find her human anatomy model that she used for practice. She asked Sun Taotu and discovered that she had placed the model in her own bed. Yang Xiaohong never liked sharing things with others, so she immediately got angry and went to find the class monitor. She accused Sun Taotu of stealing her belongings. Peng Shiyan was surprised, and when he saw Sun Taotu arriving shortly after with the human anatomy model, he comforted Yang Xiaohong, telling her not to make a big fuss and that they could practice with the model together. Yang Xiaohong disliked sharing a dormitory with Sun Taotu, but there were no extra bedrooms in the teacher training class. So Yang Xiaohong suggested moving back home to live on her own. Ren Xinzheng heard about this matter and couldn't help but ask if everyone knew the reason for them to live with their roommates, since there were still a few classmates who were not accustomed to it. Sun Taotu nonchalantly replied, "If you want to learn, you can't go home and sleep." This whole thing started because of her, and she seemed quite proud of it. Ren Xinzheng couldn't help but give her a stern look and explain that in the study of traditional Chinese medicine, they needed to practice clinical consultations regularly. By living with classmates, they could consult each other conveniently and make progress together. Ren Xinzheng's sincere words were well received by everyone. Indeed, compared to the precious bond with classmates, a learning tool worth only a few yuan was insignificant. Linglin was worried about the heavy daily expenses when suddenly Wu Shandao came with a sponsor to visit her home. Linglin was very happy and even mentioned that Ren Xinzheng once said, "Where there's a will, there's a way." When Ren Xinzheng returned home, he heard the sponsor's conditions and immediately declined their sponsorship. He explained that he had already resigned from the medical university, so accepting the sponsorship would be inappropriate. He earnestly recommended Wu Shandao to give lectures on behalf of the sponsor. The sponsor hesitated because their company often received orders from overseas, and those clients were attracted by Ren Xinzheng's reputation. Ren Xinzheng smiled and said that Wu Shandao could give lectures for this phase of the course, and in the next phase they could lecture together. This way, the sponsor had no objections. Near the end of class, Ren Xinzheng assigned homework to the students. With Qingming approaching, he asked the students and Linglin's mother to learn how to fold yuanbao for ancestral worship. It was a tradition for their teacher training class to pay respects to their ancestors every year, and Ren Xinzheng also made some green rice balls. In the evening, all the students in the teacher training class gathered together to fold paper. Sun Taotu found it troublesome and suggested buying them online, claiming it would be cheaper and more convenient. However, Linglin criticized her, saying that it was a gesture of affection and remembrance, so how could they buy them online? Linglin received the outfit she purchased for everyone to wear during the Qingming festival. The boys had suits with pants, while the girls had dresses. Sun Taotu found it inconvenient to wear and was criticized by Linglin's mother for her improper posture. She reminded Sun Taotu that it was formal attire and should be worn with proper etiquette. Ren Xinzheng led everyone to pay respects to their ancestors. When they arrived at the mountain, Linglin tied a red string at the intersection they passed through as a marker. She reminded everyone to pay attention to the markers while walking. Finally, they reached the tomb of Dr. Huang and led everyone in reciting the great physician's sincerity oath. However, Sun Taotu disrupted the solemnity by saying it was just a formality and considered superstitious behavior. If you like the video, don't forget to like and subscribe. Bye bye.